Hey guys, welcome back. So in this tutorial, we are going to learn about common table expressions, also known as CTE. Okay, so here's the definition. A common table expression, CTE, is a temporary result set that can be referenced within a select, insert, update, or delete statement. So any of your DML statements. And here, this is important. A CTE can only be used in the statement that immediately follows its definition. So just keep that in mind, and I'm going to show you that with an example. Okay, so we're going to come back to our SQL Server Management Studio, where I have this table. I'm just selecting from this table called sales, and we have 4 columns, simple table, category, product, sale, date, and sale amount. Okay, so let's start writing our first common table expression. So let me just remove this. So here's the syntax for a common table expression. It always starts with the with clause. So this is the keyword, and then the name of the common table expression. So let's just call it sales summary. Okay, and then as, and open and close parentheses. So this is your main skeleton of your common table expression. So this is the syntax, and here is where you write your code. So let's start writing our code for the common table expression. So let me just select all from our sales table, and here let's say I want to select the category, and then let's just create like 2 aggregates there. So I can just do sum sale amount, and I'm gonna give it an alias. Let's just call it sale amount, and let's do another aggregate. I'm gonna call it count, so which is gonna give you the number of records, and just a star as sale count. So we have 2 aggregates here, we have a column here. So remember, we have to use the group by category. Okay, so if I execute this now, this is like our code for the common table expression. Okay, so here's the syntax again. We have the with clause, the with keyword, your common table expression name, as, and then in open and close brackets is where you write the common table expression code or the query. And remember, right after we declared it, we have to immediately use it. So I can just do select all from sales summary. Let's execute it now. Okay, so this is our common table expression, and this is how you use it. And let me just select from our sales table, and I can just inner join sales summary on sales. This is actually sales on sales dot category equals sales summary dot category. Okay, so we can use it like this as well. So I'm just joining it with the sales table. And remember, since we have to immediately use it right after declaring it, if I have something else going on here, for example, if I'm selecting from my sales table, which works on its own, but if I execute this block now, it's gonna give me an error saying that sales summary is not recognized as an invalid object, because we have to use a common table expression right after we create it. So we can't have anything else going on before this. We have to immediately use it. So if I execute this, and if I do, let's say if I have my other query here, so just selecting from my sales table, this is gonna work because we have already used our common table expression, and then we have something else. Okay, and common table expression, you can also have column names, which is optional. So you can do in open and close brackets, you can define the column names. So let's say column name A, we're just gonna call it A, and then B is, we are gonna call it B. So these are the column names now. So it's not gonna be category or sale amount, it's gonna be just A and B. And then since there are 3 columns here, this is not gonna work because we are only providing names for 2 columns. So we're just gonna call it ABC. So category is mapped to A, sales amount is mapped to B, and then sale count is mapped to C. So now if I execute it, I'm gonna, okay, this is A actually. So we're gonna rename it because category is no longer valid. That's why we got that error. So it has to be A because category is mapped to A. So this is gonna work now if we execute it. And remember, the column names are now changed. So if I just select from our sales summary table, you can see that we just overwrote our column name. So these are called ABC now. And remember, it has to be the same number of columns. And if we do, let's say, if we do A CB. Now C is mapped to sale amount and then B is mapped to sale count. So you can see A, C, B here. And if we want to have like multiple common table expressions, what we can do is we can just put a comma here, and then we can start writing our other common table expressions. But we don't have to use with anymore. You just have to use with once when using common table expressions. If you have multiple common table expressions, you don't really need to use with clause. So let me just copy this whole thing here. And here I'm gonna call it summary 2, and instead of sum of sale amount, I'm just gonna do average of sale amount, and let's remove this. So this is our common table expression 2, and here let's just remove the column names from both. Actually, this is just optional, so we don't really need to use them, but you can if you want to. So now we have two common table expressions. We have sales summary and then sales summary 2. So, and remember, we can just use it right away after declaring it. So I can select from our sales summary here 2. Let's execute it now. Okay, we have this extra comma. We have to remove this because this is the last common table expression. We don't need it after that. We only need it if we have like multiple ones. So right before we declare our second one, we'll use a comma, and then the second common table expression, we don't need to use it here. So if I execute this now, this is going to work. Okay, so we have the result set of our sales summary 2. So common table expressions really help you break down complex code into like simple blocks. So we can easily see, okay, this is our first common table expression, then this is our second common table expression, and we can just really break down complex code into easy blocks and just reuse them. Okay, hope this helped. If you found this helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you for watching.